Introduction. Even now, I still find it hard to believe I really was the president of Rotary International. So we already have a strong connection because I'm sure there are many of you on this call who also find it hard to believe that I really was the president of Rotary International. As you probably know already, I am a great believer in Rotary's mission to make the world a more peaceful place. But sometimes it doesn't do any harm to stop and pause for a while and consider just exactly what peace is and how we might achieve it. I believe that peace begins when individuals choose understanding over division, gratitude over resentment, and love over fear. Peace is not simply an absence of conflict, but it is rather a deliberate act of creating connection and unity. Peace is such an important part of Rotary's mission, and these are times that cry out for peace. I often say that Rotary needs to work towards peace as aggressively as those do that wish to wage war. And of course, it is vital that we do far more than simply talk about peace. That's not to demean the importance of talk, because the very first step in creating peace is to be willing to talk to one another. The way we talk about peace and the way we model peace positive behaviour is vital to the kinds of actions of which we are capable of taking and the impact we can ultimately deliver. In these challenging times, and don't we live in the most challenging of times, I'm sure all our respective faiths in our progress to peace has been tested many times. I'd like to share with you a story I have told before, but for which I make no apologies for telling again, because for me, it is one of the most powerful examples in my 41 years in Rotary I have seen of how peace really is possible. In March of 2024, I spent some time in Rwanda, a country that I know well, having worked there with Rotary and Hope and Homes for Children over 20 years. During my visit, I visited the National Genocide Memorial in Rwanda's capital of Kigali. It was just a few days before the 30th anniversary of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi that saw up to 1 million Rwandans killed in the space of 100 days. Rotary itself was touched by that genocide, with one club reportedly seeing half its members murdered by the other half. At the memorial, I stood for some time in a room containing photographs of many of the 1 million victims of the genocide, row upon row of them. I looked deep into their eyes and I tried to empathize with them. I tried to imagine something of what they must have gone through at that terrible time. At night, as I lay awake in my bed, seeing again in my mind's eye the face of the innocent victims staring back at me from that display in the memorial, I questioned how, after events such as the genocide against the Tutsi, peace could ever be possible. I can still clearly remember staring at the ceiling of my hotel bedroom, thinking of all the other conflicts we see in our world and questioning whether Rotary's role to advance the cause of peace was merely an unattainable dream, a goal beyond our reach. I don't mind admitting, I was in a very dark place. The following day, I visited Mbio, a peace and reconciliation village about 1 hour outside of Kigali. And there, I moved from darkness into light, because there I met Jeanette and Tassian. Jeanette, at the age of 16, had been caught up in the terrible events of April 1994, and she told me, as we sat together in her modest but immaculate home, how she had watched as her entire family was massacred in the most brutal of fashions. their dismembered bodies thrown into a ditch, discarded like so many pieces of garbage. She had to go into hiding for 3 months to escape being a victim herself, living in the most unimaginable conditions. Tassian, then in his 20s, had been a member of the militia force that carried out the genocide killings. And he told me with tears in his eyes how, armed with only a machete, he had lost count of just how many people he had killed during the 100 days of the genocide. But all he knew for sure was that it was a great many. It's now 31 years since the genocide. Rwanda has undergone a reconciliation process that's provided a means for victims to learn the truth about the death of their family members and relatives. And in addition, this process has given perpetrators the opportunity to confess their crimes, to show remorse, and to ask for forgiveness in front of their community. Today, Jeanette, a genocide survivor, and Tassian, a genocide perpetrator, live side by side in the same small village, in harmony and at peace. They've not forgotten the terrible events of 1994, but they, along with countless others, have set aside the past in a desire to live in peace and in love, and to ensure that never again will Rwanda have to endure the pain and the suffering it did in those dark days. These two brave Rwandans have proved to me that Rotary's role to advance the cause of peace is not an unattainable dream. They've proved to me that Rotary's vital role to advance the cause of peace, is a goal well within our reach. So if ever you have doubts, if ever you need proof that peace is possible, that people can put aside history and grievance and personal pain, just think of Jeanette and Tassian. To make the world a more peaceful place, we need to be practitioners of positive peace. And Rotary is exactly that. Fighting disease, providing clean water and sanitation, improving the health of mothers and children, supporting education and growing local economies, all of which directly build the optimal conditions for peaceful societies. We call ourselves people of action, and that is why we envisage ourselves as global peace builders. It's exactly the same spirit as is found in the poems of Scotland's national poet Robert Burns. In the 18th century, Burns spoke of the world becoming brothers and sisters, promoting sense and worth over all the earth. For Rotary to live up to our full potential, we must work hard to create peaceful relations within our communities, within our clubs, and within our personal relationships to promote greater understanding, member to member. We must show empathy, because it is in times of greatest crisis and despair that we need empathy most of all. Let us find a way to share each other's outrage. Let's find a way to share each other's hurt. But let us also find a way to share each other's seemingly hopeless cry for justice and peace, and let us be the brothers and sisters who join as one, so that as an organisation, as a movement, as a family, we can find that sense and worth over all the earth of which Robert Burns wrote. We can't solve all the world's problems at a stroke, but we can begin to understand and appreciate each other a little better and agree on the first brave, humble steps towards more peace in the world. My friends, thank you once again for doing me the honour of allowing me to join today. Your passion for Rotary and your desire to serve inspires me. Although it may be put to the test at times, please never lose that passion and desire. Let us all draw strength from each other to foster peace in our homes, in our communities, in the world, and in ourselves. Let's move forward boldly and together. Let's lift each other up and build a future of mutual respect and understanding. And may today inspire us all to embrace unity, give thanks, and work towards a more peaceful world as we continue to create hope in the world. Because never forget, that is the magic of Rotary. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gordon. Oh, crumbs, this is where they say follow that, isn't it? Right, well, I need to follow that because I wanted to tell you the background to chapters for some of you that may not know. So the idea of chapters came at the Hamburg Convention when Mutsi Lung approached me saying that she wanted to start a chapter in Hong Kong and Macau. Well, Hamburg was closely followed by COVID. So Mitzi and I connected via Zoom every week for almost a year before the chapter came on stream. And then at this time, Michael Berger of Germany also expressed a desire for a chapter. So the Zoom meetings commenced with Germany. And months later, the German chapter was formed. So the idea of the chapters began with Mitzi and with Michael. But to date, the RAG has 14 chapters: Hong Kong and Macau, Germany, Serbia, Ohio, Italy, India, Nigeria, Los Angeles Community, Rotary Great Britain and Ireland, Egypt, Ukraine, Iberia, Lebanon, and now Northwest Plateau. So it has over 500 peace builder clubs. So a chapter has great advantages in that it can have as its founding members those coming from peace builder clubs who already share that passion for peace. A chapter follows the strategy of the RAG, i.e. educate, empower, and engage, and it promotes and grows peace builder clubs in its region, thus growing membership of the RAG. Its greatest advantage being that it can work in the language of the region. It can identify and work on issues prevalent in that region. It can draw together clubs in that region in the field of peace-related projects, and thus have the possibility of working together, utilizing district and global grants. It can put on special events, conferences, workshops, training, and it can assist others to do the same with the support and assistance of the RAG. A chapter within a given Rotary zone will greatly enhance the work of peace in that zone. And of course, this chapter covers 2 zones. So finally, the chapters get to work together to share ideas, resources, best practices to collaborate. They have quarterly joint meetings as well as the bi-monthly global meetings of peace builders, which usually has representatives from over 40 countries. So we very much congratulate the Northwest Plateau team in the founding of this chapter and the great achievement. And we just look forward to seeing what the future holds. And so we'll, as we say, we'll be watching this space. So a big thank you to you. So now we're actually going to turn to the co-chairs of this chapter. So the first is Mike Boudreau. Mike graduated as an electrical engineer from UBC in 1985 and went on to automate sawmills, bakeries, cheese plants, bathtub factories, rail terminals, and mushroom farms, using machine vision to optimize and guide machine operations, enhancing yields in the order of 15 to 20%. A few days ago, Mike and Jody became grandparents for the second time in 6 months, sleepless nights, with all of their 3 professional married children on the baby train. So Mike first became aware of Rotary in 1999 after reading a call for GSE, Global Study Exchange students, and learned the amazing impact of Rotary and the impact it had. So there he went on his study exchange, and he went for an area spanning from Mumbai to Nagpur. He joined the Salmon Arm Rotary Club on his return and with the exception of 2 induced breaks, has contributed to the development of local and international projects, including optimizing the annual auction processes, initiating a launch program at a computer classroom in Kenya, a lunch program, and a computer class in Kenya, together with a student sponsorship program. He now leads the Peace Building Committee of the Shuswap Rotary Club and is the District 5060 Peace Building Committee Chair. Since retiring last year, Mike's passion is peace, individually, in the home, in the community, and internationally. And he strives to follow the Rotary mantra of service above self. Now, before I get Mike to speak, I'm going to introduce the other co-chair, who is William Bill Dunwoody. He's co-chair of the RAG for Peace Northwest Plateau with Mike. He currently lives in southeastern Washington state, near the confluence of the Columbia, Snake, and Yakima rivers. He served as District 5080 Foundation Committee Chair and co-chair of the District Peace Committee. He's also an active participant with the Institute of Economics and Peace from Sydney, Mediators Beyond Borders, Washington, D.C., a director of the Waterton Glacier International Peace Park Association, Alberta and Montana, and is a graduate of the University of Peace, a UN-mandated institute, Costa Rica, Center for Executive Education, Global Leadership Diploma Program. He has acquired Institute for Economics and Peace Ambassador status, attended the Grief Lead Center for Servant Leadership at Seton Hall University, and is certified as a human trafficking prevention consultant and restorative practice consultant. So I have great pleasure in welcoming both gentlemen, and I believe it's you, Bill, that's going to take us through some power slides, but I leave you to work that out together on screen, and Tiana will be throwing up the slides as you direct, Bill. So Bill and Mike, thank you, welcome. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. And I really appreciate the video that we had earlier that Mike actually created through AI. It was actually better than I had anticipated. So we've been working together for a number of, at least a year anyways, on various projects. And we figured out that the best thing to do, now that we'd realized that the chapter option was available, was actually to combine our districts into a chapter. So Tiana, could you put up the presentation for me?
Absolutely. Here you go.
Okay, so the Northwest chapter is named due to a geographic location. The Northwest chapter, Northwest Plateau, excuse me, is an area that is an indigenous nations area that encompasses British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, parts of Oregon and Idaho, as well as Montana as well. And the people that are indigenous tribes to this area are called the Plateau peoples. And you can see on the left over here that there's the map of the Northwest Plateau includes those indigenous nations as well as many others. It's characterized by a high elevation with relatively flat surface, distinct from the mountain ranges. So we're really between the Cascade Mountains on the west and the Rocky Mountains on the east. Next. Next slide, please. There we go. So districts 5060 and 5080 are the primary districts in the area. District 5060 serves central Washington and south central British Columbia. District 5080 serves the Rotary clubs in eastern Washington, northern Idaho, and southeastern British Columbia. There are other areas that make up the Northwest Plateau, but we're not including them currently, although they're welcome to join the chapter. but we're not including them primarily because there's an opportunity, I think, for other chapters to be formed in those areas. I believe that Idaho is planning a chapter at some point, and I think the state of Montana could potentially create a chapter, as well as the Pacific Northwest, the Cascadia area from the ocean to the mountains, both in the U.S. and Canada. Next slide, please. These are the clubs that are currently involved. Some of them are pending. We're rapidly or quickly trying to recruit them as peace builder clubs. But these are the clubs that are involved in the chapter currently at this point. There's 4 from District 5060 and I can't remember how many, about 10 or so from District 5080, with several that we're working on at this point to develop as peace builder clubs. Next, please. These are our mugs. Mike is the co-chair, and I'm the co-chair. Mike is from Shuswap Rotary Club in British Columbia, Salmon Arm, British Columbia. I'm from the District 5080 Passport Peace Builder Club, registered out of Idaho, but we have members throughout the entire district. Mike's is from Zone 28, and I am from Zone 27. Next slide, please. Other members that we have, Mayumi Vanderpool is from District 5080 from Nakusp, British Columbia. Michelle Shermer is from Wenatchee, Washington, District 28, District 5060, Zone 28. Next slide, please. Maxine Ruzika, who is co-chair right now of the District 5080 Peace Committee, and from Grand Forks, BC. Paul Mulvihill is from Kelowna Sunrise, British Columbia. Next slide, please. Nancy Milton is the incoming co-chair of the District 5080 Peace Committee. And Lucky Bracken is a member of the District 5060 Peace Committee from Kelowna, Capri. Nancy's from Walla Walla, Washington. Next slide, please. So basically, we have a history of collaboration that currently exists. Peace committees of 5060 and 5080 have a history of collaboration on several fronts. We've shared resources, and this was preceding our efforts to become the Northwest Plateau chapter. And we felt that the concept of creating a chapter would actually facilitate further collaborative actions between our 2 districts, and beyond. Currently, we collaborate on educational programs. We provide guidance and resources on several projects with shared goal of expanding knowledge in peacekeeping, peacemaking, and peace building. We focus on the works of Johann Galtung, which were the foundation for the IEP Pillars of Positive Peace, the works of Gandhi and Martin Luther King. Human Library is something that we've been starting to engage in, and the Peace Literacy Institute. Peace Literacy Institute is out of Oregon, and they do a very good job at creating a curriculum for conflict recognition, so forth. We also have other local activities to spread peace and understanding. Some of them are community projects. District 5080 just recently had 2, one in Walla Walla and one in Grand Forks community events. And I believe I'm going to have Mike elaborate on the community events that he's engaged in with his committee, his District 5080 or 5060 committee. But our goal is really to spread peace and understanding and promote the creation of peace builder clubs throughout our districts. So I'm going to leave this. I'm going to put him on the spot and ask Mike to elaborate on some of those activities that they're involved in, or anything else that he would wish to to talk about.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. I'm the junior guy at the table here, and really appreciate Bill and District 5080 allowing us to ride their coattails on this. Between Bill and Lockie Bracken, I'd say and Maxime Rizika, I'd say those are been my very powerful mentors in peace building. Our Rotary Club only became a peace building club just over a year ago, and I became district peace committee chair after badgering our district governors for some time, for months. I think it was last fall I became district committee chair. So locally, I mean, April 5th, after much cajoling of the Grand Forks folks, we managed to get their approval and cooperation to allow a satellite feed for their Peace Builder gathering, which was oversubscribed. I believe they had over 180 people register for their event, which put them at capacity. And we attracted 40 people in Salmon Arm to attend the event remotely. And it was very much appreciated. And I just want to give a big shout out for the Peace Literacy Institute and Paul K. Chappelle and their work. If you haven't exposed yourself to that yet, I highly recommend it. Paul was the keynote speaker at that April 5th event. Last September 21st, we again copying the model to some degree of what Grand Forks had been doing for the previous 3 years of Peace Builder gatherings. We hosted our own Peace Builder gathering near Salmon Arm here and had an attendance of 170 people, which was pretty amazing for a first of anything that nobody had done before. And the takeaways from that was, I continue to see the positive ripples of that event throughout our community and whatnot. And then the interim, starting last June in our community here in Salmon Arm, we've been hosting an event called Peace and Pizza once a month, third Friday of the month. And it's really about building humanity, bringing people together, having them hear each other's stories and worldviews in a non-judgmental, safe setting, and then over a nice meal of pizza and salad and that sort of thing. And then we have a keynote speaker in a fireside chat format, basically tell what peace means to them, their story, their worldviews, and the audience has an opportunity to interact and ask questions of that person. And we had our 11th one last night, and yeah, rave reviews. Last night we had 54 people attend. We range between 40 and 60 so far, and people travel literally hundreds of kilometers to come to the Peace and Pizza. And we have a number of people considering replicating the event closer to home. So that's music to our ears. So we're working on, we've got our next Peace Builder gathering scheduled for September 20th. We're bringing Mac McKenzie over from the United Kingdom. He's the CEO of the Bridge Institute, who has been doing peace building, community building, conflict transformation for over a decade now. They didn't know anything about Johan Galtung when I met with him last October. But if you read Johan Galtung and his ideas about peace transformation, this is what the Bridge Institute is doing and has been doing on scale of countries, states, inner city London. They've worked in the Kashmir and Sri Lanka and several African states. They've worked on knife violence in inner city London, housing issues for immigration and that sort of thing. So he's going to give us a one-day, here's how you prepare yourself to transform peace kind of education on September 20th. And during that event, we're going to identify who is interested in providing leadership in the community to heal social fault lines, such as Indigenous reconciliation, homelessness, sexual identity, climate change, immigration and racism, mental health. And he's going to come back October 31st and facilitate a 4-day workshop for those people to learn how to engage with each other, even though they have different points of view, and create a better future. So again, peace transformation in the Galting context. And so that 4-day workshop will be the launch of, work and plan to do this social healing. So yeah, so we have a call out right now for participants for that, and look forward to reporting on that about a year from now on what the results might be transitioning towards. Anyway, that's enough for me.
Thank you so much, Mike. So really, then you haven't really got going yet, have you? Of course you have.
No.
It's amazing work.
I just
So
want to point out Paul Mulvihill.
no,
And
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going to get. And if I miss anyone, then you've got to G me up because I haven't got all the names. So we just 1 minute per person, if you'd be so kind. Let me call on the names that I can remember. So let's start with Paul, 1 minute, introduce yourself. Then we'll go to Lockie, Nancy, and Maxine is here. And if I've missed anyone else, start waving at me or Mike will nudge me.
Okay.
There we go. I'm Paul Mulvihill. I've been a Rotarian for almost 40 years. And I learned about peace a couple or 3 years ago when I attended one of the Grand Forks Peace Community Building workshops and with my wife. And I've been attempting to get the Kelowna Sunrise Rotary Club off the ground as a peace committee.
Thank you. Well, I'm sure you're going to get some help now. Lockie?
Hello, yeah, from Capri in Kelowna, and we've been a club here since 1968, but just in the last few years established a peace building committee, and we've got a few members that are members of the RAG FP as well. I'm very impressed with the choice of Mike as our district committee chairperson, and look forward to all of the new things, the new ideas that he's helped to come up with in the last few months. I just wanted to mention, because I noticed there are a few people representing the Ukraine here today, and that our club just recently loaded a container of medical supplies through the Rotary World Helps organization on the coast, and we're shipping. It cost us about a little over $10,000 to ship this container to the Ukraine, and we wish them well in the use of it, and hope that the war ends there soon.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
We'll hear from Dirk at the end, so we'll keep the powder dry for now. And I see Rost is here. There's a number of people here. So let's go to Nancy next. Just 1 minute each, please, if you'd be kind.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy Milton from Walla Walla, Washington. I am the co-chair of my club's Peace Builder Committee, and we have started a movement in College Place in Walla Walla called Cultivate Peace. We're in an agricultural area, so we called it Cultivate Peace, and we had peace conferences. We're hoping to do listening circles. We are really trying to model after the Grand Forks events and what Mike is doing and Maxine are doing. And I'm amazed at how many people they get at their events. And I hope we can get that many at some point as well. And thank you, Gordon, for that inspiring address to us this morning. That always makes me feel like Rotary can make peace possible. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Nancy. Now, I don't see is Maxine here? I don't see her on the screen. Who else have I missed? Mike, Bill, have I missed anyone of others of your team? Am I not seeing them?
I believe that's it.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Thank you. I have to say, when I saw on your map, I saw Walla Walla, I was thinking of Wagga Wagga. Wagga Wagga in Australia was the first Rotary City of Peace in 1992. And I thought, oh, I don't know. I just made that connection. So without further ado, what we will do now is we will go across to Dirk Lustig. He doesn't know this is coming because Michael Hayes, who Dirk and Michael are joint chairs of the chapter. Michael is struggling with an internet and a computer which is not playing nicely. So Dirk is going to be thrown in the deep end and he's going to present the chapter with the help of Tiana's help by throwing it up on the screen. And he's going to give some closing remarks. And if he's really brief and we have time, then we'll have time for a few more comments from others of you. So Dirk, the floor is yours and that's your task. Thank you.
It's good that I'm like a Soviet pioneer. I'm always ready. So it is my deepest pleasure and honor to welcome Bill and Mike and their team. Alison is always counting how many chapters we have. I think we are at 15 right now. So it's wonderful. You will see that you are now part of an additional way of being a big part of the Rotary family. You will see action groups are an amazing possibility to network, to do common projects. In my hobby, I'm also the chair of the Ukrainian chapter. So from the Ukrainian chapter, we warmly invite you for any joint online events that you would like to have with us, that we know each other better. But in general, we are having now 400 Peace Builder clubs. So you will see this is a very, very strong community for doing project, because what is our main option? We want to make projects more impactful and more sustainable. And this you can definitely do by joining the Rotary Action Group for Peace. We are under the big leadership of Alison, who keeps an eye on all what we do. We are learning to make projects more impactful, more sustainable. And again, welcome to this wonderful team. How are we going to, because I have the certificate
Yeah,
here,
Tiana will throw it up and you just
ta-da, ta-da, ta-da,
Thank you.
ta-da, ta-da.
drum roll.
Here it is. It is my pleasure and honor to virtually hand you over the chapter charter for the Northwest Plateau chapter. Welcome to this big family, and I deeply hope that at least some of you will be with us at the Rotary Convention in Calgary, and then we will be able to hand you over this beautiful certificate in personal hands. So I think we will have a very strong team from our board of the Action Group for Peace in Calgary. Alison will be there. Tiana will be there. So we have Michael also with us. I will be in Calgary. So this is virtual. I hope to do this small little ceremony with a handover and not virtual in Calgary. So welcome to the family, and let's wage peace together.
Thank you, Dirk. Right, I'm going to call on the chapter leads just very, very briefly to greet and congratulate this. Now, I have to start with Dr. Pietro in Nigeria because we have many of his colleagues, but also because they celebrated their first anniversary on Thursday, the same day as Paul Harris. So, Pietro, would you like to greet Bill, Mike, and the team?
Yeah, congratulations to everyone. We're all excited from Nigeria, and we've been sending lots of love, lots of heart, lots of emotions. Congratulations, welcome to the team. You are in good company that I can assure you. The chapters and the chapter leaders are at your service, always willing to provide support, encouragement, and handholding. Alison is there, Michael is there, Grace is there. The whole team is excited to have you. We're also excited that RIP President chartered you. He also commissioned the Nigerian chapter, and I think his flair and charge has rubbed off you, so you will do as well as the Nigerian chapter. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Let's go to Iberia. Marlene, brief greeting.
Congratulations. I find out with you have the big challenge. In two countries, one group for peace. It will be the best example we could have. Go for it, we are with you.
Thank you, Marlene. Now we will go to the Los Angeles community and Marcia, who is also chair of ICC Ukraine. Marcia, greet on behalf of the chapter, please.
Hello and welcome to join our chapters, and I hope to see you both in Calgary also. I'll be there. I'm one of the co-chairs of the Los Angeles Community Chapter. I've pretty much spent my entire adult life living in Los Angeles, but my hometown is McMinnville, Oregon, and I went to Oregon State University. So I'm very happy to see Oregon and Washington joining our chapter here. And just congratulations, and hopefully we'll be working on some projects together soon in the future.
Thank you. So it falls to me on behalf of the Rotary Great Britain and Ireland chapter to congratulate you, to welcome to the family of chapters, and just say that we're all excited to have you. And then we're just going to make one more pit stop in that regard. We're going to the next chapter to be launched, and it will be on the 24th of May at 2 p.m. London. That will be the Great Lake chapters. And again, it will cover Canada and the USA. So Teresa, who will be heading that up, do you want to just congratulate?
I'm so thrilled to have been on this call to congratulate my friends. This is an exciting opportunity, and I love the collaboration that you all have done. We've done that as well here, and we find that there is lots of talent, and when you've got lots of hands, you get lots of work done. So congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you all next month.
Now, it's been very remiss of me. For Santhi, can you hear me? You're part of the India chapter. Would you greet on behalf of the India chapter, please? If not, Vivek, will you greet on behalf of the India chapter, please?
Yes, sure. I would like to congratulate all of the peace builders for this wonderful collaboration. And once again, very, very happy for this collaboration. And we would like to collaborate with you for this beautiful venture. Thank you so much.
So much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Dirk, have I missed anyone? No, I think I've got everyone. And I apologize for those of you that have not had a voice, but I'm sure you're sending your congratulations. We're so thankful that you've come today to support this new chapter. And we look forward to May, to the next one. And we look forward to all that the chapters are doing, because the chapters really are the work of the Rotary Action Group for Peace. We just sort of, I don't know, we make connections, but it's the chapters that do the work. So thank you for everyone. I think that what we'll do now, we will close the meeting because it's almost on the hour. So big thank you. Thank you, Tiana. Thank you, Dirk. Thank you, Michael. And I left the biggest to last. And thank you, Gordon, as always. Thanks for coming on live. And just take care of everyone. And for those for whom it's practicable, have a very happy Easter, happy holidays otherwise. And peace is possible, and peace the world over. See you all soon.
Alison,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Thank you for being the wonderful, motivated
Thank you,
connector.
PDJ Allison.
Thank you.
Thank
Good to see you all. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Easter, everyone. Bye-bye.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter.
Dirk, did you want to stay? Is there anything you need?
No, just looking at all the faces, so totally happy, smiling. So we're having peace now here. So I'm
Very
completely
peaceful.
completely
Bye-bye.
relaxed.
Bye-bye. Bye,
Congrats.
Benedict.
Bye. And your
Bye,
smile is contagious.
Constance.
Your smile is contagious.
What,
God bless
mine?
you.
Mine?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We are 3 clicks away from our London gang team.
We on for Tuesday?
Yes,
Mike.
absolutely.
That's Michael. Michael's just coming back in, I think, possibly. Anyway, that went okay, didn't it?
Totally nice. Nice people.
Was it upbeat enough?
It was upbeat. And I had to listen some of the times too, because I've got people coming over tomorrow for dinner, and I'm in the kitchen and cleaning out the refrigerator, doing all this stuff too.
Yeah, I've been shampooing carpets for the same reason. Hi, Michael. Have you got?
The church asked me to.
Michael.
I gotta
Oh,
take
Michael,
it.
it's over.
Hey,
I just wanted to say very well done. That was very well done. Thank you.
okay. Was it
Sorry I
upbeat
couldn't
enough?
participate.
Was it upbeat enough? Because
Oh,
obviously we
yes.
have Gordon.
Gordon was
Except for
excellent as
Gordon's,
usual.
yeah, his.
Oh, we've lost it.
We lost Michael again.
Yeah.
So
The
Gordon
internet
was.
having storms in the south.
Yeah, he's struggling. Okay, so
I was on my phone for a while
I
even.
don't think. Oh, here he's back. He's back.
Michael's back. Michael's back. Michael's back. Michael's back. Do 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 do.
Next time I leave, but I just wanted to. I just wanted to say it was. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Okay, I was a bit worried because we just only had Gordon. And Tiana did well at last minute. Dirk did well last minute. Well, you know, we wing it.
Easy.
We get it done.
Yeah.
All right. Have a wonderful
You
Easter
too.
weekend.
You too, Michael. Hope you have time with the family.
Happy Easter. After Easter, I need to speak with you, Alison. We're having some huge issues in Germany. I don't know if you heard already. The Germans forced us to they say cancel, we say postpone
Oh,
our
okay.
joint chapter meeting, putting huge pressure.
All right.
A lot of bad mouth gossiping in our back and against
Okay.
Michael and against me, but let's
Yeah.
discuss it after Easter. Easter
Yeah.
is
So-
a day of peace. So let's
Yeah.
celebrate Easter in peace. Happy
We'll
Easter.
have a meeting with you, Michael, myself, and Michael, and let's hear out what's what, and then decide what steps we will take. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy
Yeah.
Easter, peaceful
Right,
Easter.
everyone, go and enjoy Easter. Take care. Thank you for everyone coming. Thank you. And thanks, Dirk. Thank you that
Thank
you always
you.
wing it with me. I'm so grateful. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.